Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Blueprints Astrology. I'm Sino, and today we're diving deep into one of the most powerful and dynamic forces in the zodiac, Mars, the red planet. When you think of Mars, you might picture war, aggression, or conflict. And while Mars does rule these areas, this planet is so much more than just the cosmic warrior. Mars is your drive, your passion, your courage, and the raw energy that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's the spark that ignites your desires and the fuel that propels you toward your goals. In this video, we'll explore Mars from every angle, its mythology and symbolism, what it means in your birth chart, how it expresses itself through the zodiac signs, its relationship with other planets, and how to work with Mars energy in your daily life. Whether you're new to astrology or a seasoned charts reader, you'll walk away with a comprehensive understanding of this vital planetary force. So let's begin our journey into the realm of the red planet. Mars takes its name from the Roman god of war, known as Aries in Greek mythology. But here's something fascinating. The Roman Mars was actually quite different from the Greek Aries. While Aries was seen as chaotic and destructive, Mars was honored as a protector of Rome, a guardian of agriculture, and a symbol of military might used for defense rather than mindless aggression. This distinction is important because it shows us the dual nature of Mars energy. Yes, Mars can be aggressive and combative, but it's also protective, courageous, and strategic. Mars doesn't fight for the sake of fighting. It fights for what it wants and believes in. The red planet has captured humans for millennia. Its distinctive rust-colored appearance comes from its iron oxide on its surface, and iron, not coincidentally, is the metal associated with Mars in astrology. Iron represents strength, durability, and the raw materials of weaponry. In ancient times, iron revolutionized war and tools, just as Mars energy revolutionizes our ability to take action in our daily lives. Astrologically, Mars is a personal planet, meaning it moves relatively quickly through the zodiac and has a direct impact on our day-to-day lives. It spends about 6 to 7 weeks in each sign, though this can extend during retrograde periods. Mars takes approximately 2 years to complete its journey through all 12 signs. Mars rules 2 signs, Aries, where it expresses its pure primal energy, and traditionally Scorpio, where it operates with more subtlety and strategic intensity. In modern astrology, Pluto has taken over as Scorpio's primary ruler, but Mars still has strong ties to this water sign. In your birth chart, Mars reveals several crucial aspects of your personality and approach to life. So let's break down what Mars governs. So first, Mars represents your drive and ambition. This is how you pursue your goals, what motivates you to take action, and where you direct your energy. A well-placed Mars gives you initiative, courage, and the ability to start new projects. It's that internal push that says, let's do this now. Second, Mars governs desire and passion. Mars shows what you hunger for in life, what excites you, and what you're willing to fight for. It's the difference between passive interest and active pursuit. Third, Mars rules anger and conflict. How do you express frustration? Do you explode immediately or simmer quietly? Do you confront problems head-on or use indirect tactics? Your Mars placement reveals your relationship with anger and how you handle confrontation. Fourth, Mars represents physical energy and vitality. This planet governs your stamina, your athletic abilities, and how you express yourself through your body. It shows whether you're naturally energetic or need to build momentum gradually. Fifth, Mars is about assertion and independence. This is your ability to stand up for yourself, to say no, to establish boundaries, and to operate as an autonomous individual. A strong Mars helps you advocate for your needs without apology. And sixth, Mars rules competition and survival instincts. This is your fighting spirit, your response to threats, and your ability to compete when necessary. Mars is primal, it's connected to our most basic survival mechanisms. In a man's chart, Mars often represents his expression of masculinity and how he relates to his own masculine energy. In a woman's chart, Mars can indicate what she finds attractive in partners and how she expresses her own assertive, dynamic qualities. But truly, regardless of gender, Mars is about how you take action and assert your will in the world. The house placement of Mars shows the life area where you're most motivated to take action and where you might experience the most conflict or competition. The sign Mars is in colors how you express all these Martian qualities. And the aspects Mars makes to other planets in your chart can either amplify, challenge, or refine your Mars energy. Now let's explore how Mars expresses itself through each of the 12 zodiac signs. Remember, this is about the Mars signs specifically, not your sun sign, though of course they can interact in interesting ways. Mars in Aries, or the first house. Mars in Aries is Mars at its most pure and powerful. Aries is Mars's home sign, so here the planet operates with maximum strength. This placement gives direct, bold, impulsive action. These individuals initiate, they lead, they jump first and think later. Their anger is hot but brief, like a flash fire. They are natural competitors who love a challenge and have tremendous courage. But the downside, they can be impatient, reckless, and combative without strategy. Mars in Taurus, or the second house. Mars in Taurus slows everything down. Taurus wants to build, to maintain, to have security. Mars here is patient, steady, and determined. These people have incredible endurance and stamina. They're in it for the long haul. Their anger is slow to ignite, but once provoked, can be as immovable as a boulder. They pursue desires with sensuality and appreciate physical pleasure. The challenge is that they can be stubborn, possessive, and resistant to necessary change. Mars in Gemini, or the third house. Mars in Gemini scatters Mars energy across multiple interests. These individuals take action through communication, debates, and intellectual pursuits. They're quick-witted, versatile, and mentally agile. Their anger expresses through sharp words and cutting remarks. They need variety and mental stimulation in their pursuits. Boredom is their enemy. The downside is they can be scattered, argumentative, and lack follow-through. Mars in Cancer, or the fourth house. Mars in Cancer is considered in its fall, meaning Mars struggles here. Why? Because Cancer is emotional, protective, and security focused, while Mars wants direct action. These individuals act based on emotional security needs and to protect what they love. Their anger is defensive and can be passive aggressive. They're incredibly tenacious when defending home and family. The challenge is they may struggle with direct confrontation and can take everything personally. Mars in Leo, or the fifth house. Mars in Leo is dramatic, proud, and creative in its expression. These individuals take action with flair and need to be recognized for their efforts. They have strong willpower, natural leadership abilities, and generous hearts. Their anger is theatrical but also dignified. They have too much pride to stay angry long. They pursue what makes them feel special and alive. The downside is that they can be egotistical, domineering, and unable to handle their pride being wounded. The downside is they can be egotistical, domineering, and unable to handle their pride being wounded. Mars in Virgo, or the sixth house. Mars in Virgo channels Mars energy into practical, detailed action. These individuals are strategic, analytical, and efficient. They take action through service, improvement, and problem solving. Their anger expresses through criticism and pointing out flaws. They have excellent technical skills and work ethic. The challenge is they can be overly critical, anxious about taking action, and perfectionistic to the point of paralysis. Mars in Libra, or the seventh house. Mars in Libra is in detriment, meaning Mars struggles here too. Libra wants harmony, balance, and partnership, while Mars is about assertion and individual will. These individuals act through cooperation and diplomacy. They can be passive aggressive because direct confrontation feels uncomfortable. They're motivated by fairness, beauty, and relationship. Their strength is strategic thinking and the ability to see multiple perspectives. The challenge is indecision, conflict avoidance, and losing their own needs in the process of pleasing others. Mars in Scorpio, or the eighth house. Mars in Scorpio is powerful and intense. Traditionally, Mars ruled Scorpio, so there's natural affinity here. This placement gives strategic, focused, all or nothing energy. These individuals have incredible willpower, emotional depth, and ability to transform through challenge. Their anger runs deep and can be vengeful. They never forget a betrayal. They pursue desires with obsessive intensity. The downside is they can be manipulative, controlling, and destructive when threatened. Mars in Sagittarius, or the ninth house. Mars in Sagittarius is adventurous, optimistic, and freedom-loving. These individuals take action based on belief, vision, and the pursuit of meaning. They're natural explorers, risk-takers, and philosophers of action. Their anger is righteous indignation. They fight for principles and truth. They need freedom and space in how they assert themselves. The challenge is they can be preachy, reckless, and struggle with follow-through on practical details. Mars in Capricorn, or the 10th house. Mars in Capricorn is exalted, meaning Mars operates at its best here. Capricorn provides structure, strategy, and ambition to Mars's raw energy. These individuals are disciplined, responsible, and incredibly hardworking. They take calculated action toward long-term goals. Their anger is controlled and strategic. They pick their battles wisely. They have natural executive abilities and patience to build empires. The downside is they can be cold, overly controlling, and use people as stepping stones. Mars in Aquarius, or the 11th house. Mars in Aquarius takes action through innovation, rebellion, and collective goals. These individuals are original, independent, and motivated by ideals. They assert themselves through intellectual prowess and unconventional methods. Their anger is detached and can manifest as sudden, unexpected disruption. They fight for causes, freedom, and progress. The challenge is they can be emotionally disconnected, stubborn about their unique approach, and contrarian for its own sake. Mars in Pisces, or the 12th house. Mars in Pisces diffuses Mars energy through water and dreams. These individuals take action based on intuition, compassion, and artistic vision. They're passive in their assertion, preferring to flow around obstacles rather than confront them directly. Their anger can be martyr-like or expressed through passive resistance. They're motivated by spiritual connection, creative expression, and helping others. The downside is they can be directionless, play victim, and struggle with boundaries. Mars doesn't operate in isolation in your chart. How it connects with other planets through aspects creates the full picture of how you express Mars energy. So Mars-Sun aspects connect your core identity with your drive and assertion. A harmonious aspect like a trine or sextile creates natural confidence, vitality, and leadership ability. A conjunction amplifies both energies. You're intensely driven, courageous, and dynamic. Challenging aspects like squares or oppositions can create conflicts between what you want to do and who you are, leading to frustration or overcompensation. Mars-Moon aspects link your emotions with your drive. Harmonious aspects create emotional courage and the ability to act on feelings. Challenging aspects can make you reactive, with anger triggered by emotional vulnerabilities. The conjunction can make you emotionally impulsive, but also passionately expressive. Mars-Mercury aspects connect thinking with action. Harmonious aspects give quick decision-making and sharp wit. Challenging aspects can create verbal aggression, hasty thinking, or the tendency to argue. These people speak first and think later. Mars-Venus aspects are particularly interesting because these planets represent the masculine and feminine principles, desire and attraction. Harmonious aspects create passion, charisma, and the ability to balance assertion with compromise, while challenging aspects can create tension between love and war, wanting connection but acting aggressively. Mars-Jupiter aspects amplify Mars energy. Harmonious aspects create enthusiasm, optimism, and large-scale action. These people think big and act boldly. Challenging aspects can lead to overconfidence, recklessness, and biting off more than you can chew. Mars-Saturn aspects create a push and pull between action and restraint. Harmonious aspects like trines give disciplined energy, patience, and the ability to work consistently. Challenging aspects, especially the conjunction, square, or opposition, can manifest as frustration, blocked energy, or fear of taking action. These people must learn to channel Mars energy constructively rather than suppressing it. Mars-Uranus aspects make Mars energy unpredictable and rebellious. Harmonious aspects create innovation, originality, and quick reflexes. Challenging aspects bring sudden anger, accidents, and erratic action. These people need freedom in how they assert themselves. Mars-Neptune aspects can either inspire or confuse Mars energy. Harmonious aspects challenge Mars into creative, spiritual, or compassionate action. Challenging aspects can create passive aggression, unclear boundaries, or difficulty asserting oneself directly. Mars-Pluto aspects intensify Mars to extremes. These are power aspects giving tremendous willpower and transformative ability. Harmonious aspects create natural power and magnetism. Challenging aspects can manifest as power struggles, destructive anger, or compulsive behavior. These people must learn to wield power responsibly. Unlike Mercury, Mars doesn't retrograde frequently, only once every 2 years for approximately 2 to 2.5 months. But when it does, the effects are significant. During Mars retrograde, external action slows down while internal processing speeds up. This is not the time to start wars, launch aggressive campaigns, or make bold moves. Instead, Mars retrograde asks us to review how we've been using our energy, where we've been too aggressive or not assertive enough, and what we truly desire. If you were born with Mars retrograde in your natal chart, you have a unique relationship with assertion and anger. Often Mars retrograde natives internalize their anger, turning it inward rather than expressing it outwardly. They may struggle with direct confrontation and need to learn that assertion isn't aggression. These individuals often have to work harder to access their Mars energy, but once they do, they can be incredibly strategic and powerful. Mars retrograde in the birth charts can also indicate past life warrior energy or karmic lessons around anger, violence, or the right use of power. These souls are learning to refine their relationship with Mars qualities. So how do you work consciously with Mars energy in your life? Here are practical ways to honor and channel this vital force. First, embrace physical activity. Mars rules the physical body and athletic pursuits. Regular exercise, martial arts, dance, or any activity that gets your blood pumping helps Mars energy flow healthily. When Mars energy is blocked, the body becomes the battleground. Second, learn healthy anger expression. Anger isn't bad, it's information. It tells you when boundaries are violated or needs aren't met. Instead of suppressing anger or exploding destructively, practice assertive communication. State your needs clearly, set boundaries firmly but respectfully. Third, pursue your passions actively. Mars wants you to desire, to chase, to conquer. Don't just dream, take action. Break goals into steps and move toward them daily. Mars rewards initiative and courage. Fourth, embrace healthy competition. Challenge yourself. Compete in sports, games, or personal bets. Mars thrives on the adrenaline of competition and the satisfaction of victory earned through effort. Fifth, develop courage through facing fears. Mars is the warrior, which means sometimes you must battle your own limitations. Each time you do something that scares you, you strengthen your Mars. Sixth, honor your passion. Mars rules physical passion. A healthy relationship with your passion, whatever that means for you, keeps Mars energy vital and alive. Seventh, engage in strategic action. Not all Mars expression needs to be impulsive. Learn from Mars in Capricorn and Scorpio. Strategy, patience, and timing make victory sweeter. And finally, protect what matters. Remember that Mars isn't just about aggression, it's about protection. Be willing to defend your values, your loved ones, and your boundaries. A healthy Mars knows both when to fight and when to walk away. Mars is the cosmic fuel, your internal fire, your will to live fully and vigorously. Without Mars, we'd lack the drive to pursue our dreams, the courage to face our fears, and the passion that makes life worth living. Understanding your Mars sign, house placement, and aspects gives you insight into how you naturally assert yourself, what motivates you, and where you need to channel your warrior spirit. Whether your Mars is bold and direct or subtle and strategic, it's a vital part of your cosmic blueprint. Remember, Mars energy isn't something to fear or suppress. It's something to honor, channel, and express authentically. When you work with your Mars consciously, you become unstoppable. Thank you so much for watching Cosmic Blueprints Astrology. If you found this deep dive into Mars helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more in-depth astrological content. Drop a comment below and let me know what your Mars sign is and how it shows up in your life. But until next time, keep well, beautiful souls.